What's going on, YouTube? And today we got a special video. Today I'm going to talk about 5 tips that all new traders need to follow before they ever even go live trading real money. So without further ado, let's get into this. So tip number 1, get your finances in order. A lot of traders come into this thinking that it's going to be quick money, it's going to be easy money, and they can start while they already in a hole in life. It don't work like that. The best thing I can say is if you older in age or you got bills or kids, make sure you don't have no debt, you're not in a hole with bills, and you can put money to the side. This isn't some short stuff that you can get. This takes a while to even get in life. I've been trading for 3 years and I'm still yet to be a consistently profitable trader. But that's what I'm working towards now. So the first tip that I can really say is if you're trying to get into this, really get into it, make sure your finances are in order. Younger people, don't get debt. Don't let yourself get into debt. Don't start buying cars and get into a hole in life to where you can't put money into this, because you're going to have to finance it. You're going to have to keep putting money in, keep putting money in, and keep putting money in. So let's get into this second tip. So tip number 2 is get some type of an education behind it. The same thing with getting your finances in order. All of this can be done at once before you ever go live. All 5 tips. But get your education. Yeah, we all start off on Google and YouTube and looking at tons of videos and stuff, but that's not enough, because on YouTube, you can't put those pieces of the puzzle together. You don't know what goes where and what order everything goes in. So if you ain't got no kind of education, you basically out there throwing darts until you figure out what you're doing. So my best advice is to get some kind of an education. Find somebody that trades the style that you want to trade, or that can teach you the way that you know that you can be taught. Me, I've had 4 different people that I've been behind. All of them been good traders. All of them had different ways of teaching. All of them had their own styles. But each one of them should have been at different levels. I had my first level that I should have got, and then there's other ones behind it that I should have got. So like I said, this is the long game. Education will help you faster than watching a ton of YouTube videos or just Googling everything. So that's my second tip, is to get some kind of an education. Now, tip number 3. So for tip number 3, this is one of the most important parts. Papertrade, Papertrade, Papertrade. Do you see my face? Papertrade. Papertrade is the biggest part that'll help you with a lot of learning charts. If you don't know how to trade and you just throwing money out there, you just essentially gambling. If you don't know how to read a chart, you're gambling. If you don't have a setup, you're gambling. If you don't have some kind of risk management, you are gambling. So paper trading is the best thing to help you with that. You can get a lot of chart time. You can figure out different setups, test different setups that you're looking at. And if the paper trade and you're looking for the emotional stuff, it's gonna come. You can, if you want to, and you can just throw money out in the trash, then you can go into the market. But start very, very small. Start with 1 share. 1 share will get you in there and you'll have some kind of emotions behind it. But for me, if you don't have a ton of money to just throw away, paper trade. That's why I'm doing it now. I got tired of throwing money away. I've been doing it for like 3 years, like I said, and just throwing money away. I went back to paper trading another time. Came back in it. My setup wasn't working away. Well, the coronavirus hit and kind of messed me all up. So I started back paper trading. Now I'm trying to paper trade a setup that I think that may work. So the biggest thing for anybody to do is paper trade. So let's get to this 4th tip. So for this tip, on tip number 4, I could say a good thing to do is to track your trades. Keeping data can help you know what's working, what's not working, what's the win percentage behind every setup that you trade. And tracking your trade can go a long way if you can't figure out what you're doing wrong, if you can't figure out what you're doing right. Stupid, huh? But track your trades. Even Papertrade. Use Excel or some kind of one of those websites where you can track your trades, because in the long run, if you consistently track your trades and your setups, you can kick different setups out and say, okay, this setup ain't working, or this setup ain't working. Let me get rid of this. And you can bring something else in and just test different ones until you go live. Even when you go live with real money, track your trades. Because if something stopped working, you can figure it out. If it's working at a certain time of the year, you will have the data to go behind and look at it. So a good thing for you to do is to track your trades. The fifth and final tip that I have is to find a good chat room. There's tons of chat rooms out there, but some of them are small, some of them are large, to where you can't even talk to the moderators or the people running the chat room. Find you a chat room where the people that's in the room, you may have some people that's beginners, some people that's more advanced, and at different levels of trading, and that'll actually talk back to you, because you can pick a lot of people's brains in those chat rooms. A lot of them willing to give you information and help you out, especially if you're doing something that they see and you may be going about it wrong. So chat rooms are a great place to be in, I would say, because a lot of times when you really engulfed in trading, like a lot of people get, the people at home don't understand. So you can sit there frustrated with stuff, trades and stuff like that, and they looking at you like, what's wrong? Or people that you talk to, your wife or your girlfriend or your friends, you so excited about the things with trade, and they don't understand a dang on thing that you talking about. So finding a good chat room is a good place to be able to find other people to talk to that's like-minded. So with that said, so that's my 5 tips that I think that beginning traders should follow before ever going live with real money. If you like my content, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment, let me know that you watched the video, and we'll do this again. Later.